Hey everybody, I'm Jerry Miculek, and one of the things I do now, I shoot 3-gun. I shoot a lot of matches a year. I saw an incident this past year, and it made me think about, hey, let's do a video on the subject, and that is steel shot on steel targets. It's banned at every match I've ever been to. A guy showed up at the match, had a bunch of loose ammunition in a bag, and somehow or another he introduced steel shot into the match. They had a bunch of bounce back. Fortunately, nobody was hurt, so I'm going to demonstrate for you the hazards of it. What I have here is my JM ammunition. This is what Fiocchi makes for me, and they sell it commercially. It's my load. It's an ounce of lead at 1,170 feet a second. I shoot it 3-gun matches. Excellent ammunition. Also, they make a series of steel shot. So this is one of their steel shot loads. It's an ounce and a fifth of number 4 steel. Great ammunition, but I'm going to misuse it. I'm going to shoot a piece of steel with that steel shot. And the way we're going to do this, guys, I've got a piece of Lexan here. I've got a strap. I've got a shooting cradle, so we're going to mount these guns behind this piece of Lexan, and the cameraman and I are going to be on the other side of the berm, and we're going to remotely fire and capture each shot on high-speed camera on that piece of 500 Bernal steel target. So should be interesting. Okay, we got the BB gun set up in the cradle. I'm on the other side of the berm. We're going to remote fire it. Here we go. BB gun. Let's go see on the high speed. Okay, as you can see on the BB gun, you know when you was a kid, they told you to be careful with a BB gun. And the whole reason behind that BB is so hard and it's going so slow, whatever it hits, if it can't penetrate, it's going to come back at you just about as fast. And we've got it on a 500 Bernal target, and you can see the BB coming in. It hit it just a little bit high over center. And what's kind of interesting to me is the velocity going in compared to what's going out. It looked like it's lost about 50 or 60% of its velocity, which is pretty cool. So still dangerous. It's coming back toward where the gun was fired. So that was a regular old Red Ryder. So we're going to up it a little bit. We're going to shoot the 940 JM Mossberg with an ounce of lead shot at 1,180 feet a second. This is number 7.5 shot, and we're going to see what that looks like. Okay, we got the BB gun out. We've got that Mossberg 940 JM in the saddle. This is going to be an ounce of lead at 1,170 feet a second. It's the JM Fiocchi load, and let's go ahead and fire it. Ready? Oh, let's go look at the high speed, guys. Okay, you can see the second round, which is an ounce of 7.5 at 1170 out of the muzzle. By the time it gets to the target, it's probably doing at least 1,100 feet a second. And you can see them coming in, they're nice and little sparkly little dots coming in. But what's interesting about lead in general, when it hits a target, it's so malleable. And if it has any velocity to it at all, it's going to shatter. And you can see it looks like a little fairy dust there. So you get this little cloud of dust and you get lead, and it doesn't go anywhere. It falls right to the ground. If it was bigger shot, what's interesting about a steel target, if this is the face of it, you're going to get a 360 spray, but it's going to be very small pieces. So it makes lead a lot safer on steel. Let's do the steel shot on steel. Okay, we've got the steel shot in there. It's an ounce and a fifth of number 4 steel, and we're behind the berm here, guys. I can't tell you how dangerous this is. Don't do this at home. All right, here we go. Here we go. Ready? Ow! Let's go take a look at the high-speed camera. Okay, everyone, what I want you to realize is that Fiocchi steel round is a great round. I'm totally misusing it right here, shooting a hardened steel face target with steel shot. And you notice the shot coming in, and once they start to impact, they do flatten out a little bit, but they're starting to bounce back almost in a straight line, and that's where the danger factor is. If you've got off-angle targets, they'll ricochet into another one, So the bigger the steel, the more dangerous it is, because the more energy is going to be bouncing back toward you. So never shoot steel shot on steel. Leave it for the birds, and always be safe and get some.